That's
so
true.
you can see the scratch and the total on each game.
What's scratch mean? Just total altogether?
That's all your total score.
So I got 362 points. Ghost ended up 246. Rose ended on 238. So Ghost beat Rose. Guys, have you seen Jeffrey? Jeffrey, what are you doing up there? Get down from there, you crazy guy.
We do a kickflip off of Jeffrey.
Leave Jeffrey alone.
Kickflip.
Monkeys, get her.
Oh, they didn't hook.
What,
Do you want to name my panda?
yeah, scumbag.
You're such a rat.
I almost handed the car with a fucking unicorn ring on.
You should do it.
Do it. No, do it.
Just bonk it out.
1654.
Thank you. You gotta hold that. We're gonna cup holders.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, which one's which? I
put it
want
right
to
there.
drink your
We'll
Dr.
figure it out.
Pepper.
Don't squish it, you're gonna burst it.
I'm not.
This one says
I just
cola.
grabbed that with Jeffrey and
What
one
did you
hand.
get?
Here's my card.
Oh shit.
You fucking
Thank you.
idiot.
Let's throw away with the other card. Wanna get back?
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey's on his shoulder.
I'm a dangerous man with some money on my back.
So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the right to keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jumping. Keep up. Players on there. Come on. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24-karat magic in the air. So clear. Look out. Second body for me.
Jeffrey! Jeffrey! Jeffrey Bell! Jeffrey! Where is it? I lost it. Right. Shit.
Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so bad. Now watch me break it down. 25 karat. What's that sound? 25
That's not.
Fuck! Shit!
It's like I see a gap. It's a motorcycle parking sign.
God damn it, dude.
You went down, slowed down really fast on the turn. There was
You spilled? She spilled her entire fucking drink.
No, you didn't.
the cup fell out of the cup holder.
Oh my god.
sorry.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Rose, you fucking idiot.
No, it wasn't my fault. It fell out of the cup holder.
Oh my god.
It just got on the floor.
Yeah, and her feet apparently.
And my
She's wearing
feet,
Gucci
yeah.
slides.
But I've taken these into the swamp.
Oh my god.
So there's a couple ice cubes back here. Did you film it getting on?
You're disrespecting Gucci by wearing those in the swamp, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Who cares? Honestly, I blame Dan's bad driving.
Bad driving? I fucking was
You slammed on the
jamming.
brake.
I was Pepe jamming. Of course I slammed on the brake. It was for musical effect.
Dan has been doing this for the past 3 minutes.
Ew.
And go.
That one is gonna hit me.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk, chat. Chat, we have to talk.
Chat. Gotta talk.
You've been being a little bit of a bitch, chat. We need to talk.
I can't say chat.
Chat, today is Sunday. It's our last full day here in Texas. We fly back home tomorrow, me and Rose. But the first thing we did this morning, which we don't have documented, was an escape room. And you can obviously understand... Let me get to that, Rose. Stop fucking interrupting me. You can understand why we couldn't live stream / record that, because they don't want you to like reveal the solutions to the puzzles. And they have cameras on you the whole time, so we couldn't even like sneak the recording.
I was thinking that. I'm like, oh, I could sneak it, and then I saw one camera. I'm like, oh,
cameras,
you can record
and they like give you pop it and give you hints and
I
stuff.
already saw the camera.
Yeah.
So
I figured we were
unknowingly, we booked one and went to it, and it was the harder of the 2 or 3 or whatever.
There's 4. And
4.
it's the hardest
It
one.
was the hardest one out of the 4 that we could have chosen. We didn't know this. We just went in and we're like, oh, that one sounds fun.
Yeah.
We go in and we're in the first. We took like there's like 3 rooms. We were in the first room for like a good 5 minutes before we actually figured out something to do. Like we were just like walking around looking at the shit. I guess we were surveying the situation, trying to get used to the situation or the room so we can figure out what's going on. The first thing we found, Rose reaches up, like just, or was it you or was it Ghost? One of you reached up into like the door frame and something fell off and you thought you broke it.
I did.
Yeah, Ghost thought he broke the door frame.
Well, I saw the other one on the other
like
side.
it was loose, so I went to go touch it. I was like, and then it just fell.
It just fell, which was it was magnetized to the thing. So we were just like, oh shit. Then we realized it was clock hands because the whole thing was like it was like clock tower.
Immediately, I said it was clock hands, and Dan was like, I was like, no, these are clock hands.
Basically, we figured out the first thing, which was like it showed a time. We put the time and hit the button, and the clock showed like 6:15 or something, and we were like, all right, now what?
Because everywhere there's clocks.
Yeah, there was clocks like everywhere in the room. So then we were just fucking around for a while until like it was like 10 minutes in the first room, and the lady's like gave us a hint. I forgot what she said. She was like, oh, there was like this plaque on the wall that had a bunch of letters, and she was like, the letters spell out something, and we were like, are you fucking serious? Are we that dumb? And it literally said like in counterclockwise, it said like push all pairs.
Push all pairs, yeah.
Which meant which had like there's letters in the push all pairs. Every double letter we had to push on this other panel that had buttons corresponding, and that opened up some bullshit that we solved it. And eventually we got to the second room after like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then the second room had a bunch of shit.
The second room had a giant engine. It had a big clock. It had 2 locked cabinets.
It had an apartment building.
Yeah, we immediately found like 2 pocket watches, and we had no idea what they did. But yeah, we get into the second room and we figure out like a couple puzzles.
We'll get there.
All of a sudden, like the third room just like straight up opens. And we were just like, what the fuck? Why'd that open? Like we didn't know what we did to make it open.
I still don't remember what you said.
I knew that he did it, but he didn't.
But I didn't do it though. The door opened before I actually did the puzzle.
Oh yeah, we looked around.
You
She looked around and she's like, wait guys, there's a door.
Cranking?
Yeah, but the thing was, it's not supposed to work if the things aren't weighted correctly.
I know.
So I didn't do the weight puzzle yet. So I was like, the door just opened and we had no idea how we got into the third room.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, he cranked it, but then we realized,
and we still had like 2 or 3 more things to do in the second room.
How we opened the exit, because the exit just opened.
Oh.
No, we did. She explained that to us. So we get in the third room and there's like a dot. We open up these things.
There's 4 planets and the sun in the middle, and then there's like a coal area where you make like.
It was like a forge where we had like these little like ingots with different elements on them, and there was like a periodic table on the wall, and there like. We found this like piece of paper that showed like different times, and we had to figure out the base element so that and the times corresponded to like places on the periodic table. So we had to figure out the present element, which was in the diary that I read. Then we had to like calculate the time that corresponds to the position of the periodic table that the other elements were. For there's like one past element which is above the base element, and then one future element which is below. Which reluctantly we figured out, but before that, in order to like power up the forge, you need to do like the solar system puzzle,
that was scuffed.
which was insanely scuffed because there was this one like wrench thing where we were supposed to like take a bolt off the thing to open up a door to get something, and you're supposed to use that same bolt that you wrench off the door to like plug into Jupiter. but instead, Rose just took the rings of Saturn.
Yeah,
and
there was
broke it
a
up
ring
into 4
of
pieces.
Saturn that we had been collecting in the previous rooms.
Yeah, we got a bunch
and we
of them.
got 4 pieces, and you're supposed to like connect them into it, and we're like,
And put
we
it in
can't figure out
Saturn,
how to
first of
fit
all.
them. And then so we just had them laying there.
Yeah.
And then I was like joking around with Dan because they gave us a hint. They're like, oh, you need to like
Power up Jupiter.
Yeah, you need to power up Jupiter. And so I grabbed one of the rings because it was like
It was like a quarter of a ring, and then it had a pole that goes in that you're supposed to like plug into Saturn. So Rose just takes the end of that pole and shoves it in Jupiter, which apparently activated it, which we again had no idea. And then the lady goes on the intercom like, "Oh, you the sun's all powered up," and we were like, "Okay, we didn't do anything." So we just
put
grabbed the sun,
in the forge,
then figured out the whole like alloy thing, plugged them in. Then we closed the doors on the sun and on the ingots.
And we started pumping.
And yeah, we pumped like the forge, like the wind goes into the thing, like lights up the fire, which is like obviously fake. But then we were just like, all right, now what?
Fake. This is all real.
Okay, yeah,
they need to use their imagination. Like we actually had a forge.
No, and then we pumped it for a good
sun.
like 30 seconds, and we're like, okay, well now what?
And then I go back into the other room to do the weight puzzle because I didn't know that opened the door, so I go to redo that. Where like there's like a still couple like there's like 4 other puzzles that.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah, no,
you
the
guys
door
finished.
swings open, and then not 3 more seconds later, we're like, wait.
Yeah, we were
what?
looking
The
at each
door's
other,
open?
and then she comes around the corner and she's like, "Congrats, you guys did it!" And we were like, "Oh."
We had 10
We're like,
minutes
what about
left.
the
we
planet?
had so many questions. We were like, all right, what was that puzzle? And she was like, the weight puzzle that I didn't do, by the way. We just found the crank early and cranked it and it worked. And she was like, oh, that's what opened the door. And we were like, what? Huh? And then we were like, what about Saturn and the planets? We didn't do that. And she literally explained that we cheesed it by plugging in the Saturn ring to Jupiter.
And while I'm doing this, while I'm putting the piece in it, Dan's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm literally, I was
idiot?
like, what are you
He's
doing?
like-
That's obviously
he's
the ring
like,
of Saturn. You don't fucking put that in Jupiter, you idiot.
like-
You need to find something for that.
It has screws in it. You're supposed to fucking get a bolt, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He's like calling me an idiot and everything, and I'm like, I don't know.
She was like, the lady was like, we finished with 10 minutes left, and she's like, congrats, you finished with 10 minutes remaining, which is, it's pretty impressive, because this is our hardest room, and usually people, like, don't even finish, even with all the
They
hints.
don't even get past the third
And we
one.
were just like, we just stumbled our way through the fucking
There was a point
entire
when
thing.
you put a wrench in like this box and then you close it and you put like reversed in like this code puzzle thing and then you hear like a click and it opens back up and it's the wrench again.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck? And then I look at it and I push the.
Yeah, Rose like reaches in the box, pushes, and like literally like there's like the old wrench that you put in, and then the box like the bottom of the box slides over, and then the new wrench is on the other side.
Yeah.
So we literally were like, oh, okay, that's how. We didn't understand the puzzle. We were like, is this the old wrench, or the new wrench? And we were like, she was like, I don't know, I just put it in the box. And then we
I
do
told
that,
you
and we're like,
that.
okay, there's the old wrench. And like we were like, okay,
We're
there
like,
it is.
oh, okay,
picked
like
the
that's
new
how
one.
it gave us a new wrench. Okay. Anyway, so we won, and then they let us take a picture.
Oh yeah, do you have that picture? Let me see that picture.
I don't know if I have a picture.
Is it on that phone?
He took it on that one, yeah.
We all had.
He put.
We basically
They
all
wouldn't
played.
have won
We
without
had 3
Yeah.
different roles.
Which is true.
I was the rule. I was basically like, this goes here, that goes there, like piecing things together. Ghost was figuring out like the specific puzzles, and Rose was jerry-rigging and gambiting shit in order to.
I was
Yeah.
like figuring out how the freaking
Rose was
mechanics
just trying
work.
shit basically and getting away with it.
Every subscription, gifted sub, 500 bits.
This
We will break the Lego set. So hold them. Don't do them yet. We will.
Oh.
Oh, look at that!
Look
Let's get the camera! Let's get the fucking camera! Look at this!
I just-
Oh, this is crazy!
We're doing it. We're doing
Bobby, get it away!
Oh, that's crazy! Alright, come here, Ghost. Come
Not on
here.
the table.
Come here, guys.
You
Come
broke
here.
it.
Where are we doing it?
Broke it. Wait. I just want to know where all the pieces go.
Oh my god. Well, there's some in the kitchen,
God.
and maybe even some in the. Who knows?
Oh my god, it went all the way over here.
Well,
There you go.
maybe like an Easter egg
Thanks
hunt.
for the
I hope that
subs.
was
Thanks for
worth.
supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Thanks for the subs.
That was so extra.
Dude, it's shattered.
Oh, there we go.
Sub?
Yep. Bobby got us. Let's go.
Just, how about this? You just like smash it right here.
Yeah, but not over the cupcakes, because now there's icing involved.
Yeah. No. Not on the
They didn't even break. For the
You're gonna
gifty.
bend them. Oh, that one shattered. Oh, I think you broke the sprinkles.
No, they're good. Tomorrow we gather footage from each other and send me and Rose on our way to the airport. It's Monday, which means it's our last day here. The flight leaves at like 6 o'clock tonight. Me and Rose hit the pool in the morning. That's why my hair looks like this. And it's time to clean up Ghost's apartment before we head home. Boys, it's the last supper. It's our last meal together. We came to the greatest place to ever exist for Italian food, Olive Garden.
How you doing? How you doing? Are you good?
There they go. Goodbye. We were rushed to get out of the car, so bye-bye, Ghost and Rose. And I'm home. Made it back to New York. Landed safe and sound. Big thanks to Jason, aka Ghost, for letting me and Rose come hang out all week and spending time in Texas, seeing the sights in Austin and Houston. That's all for the vlog. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Because I just spent like $600 on the flight and the trip, so I need to blow up so I don't have to get a real job. Thanks.